The massive starship RSS Horizon glided silently through the inky darkness of deep space, its sleek, metallic hull reflecting distant starlight. Captain J. Park stood motionless near the main viewing window, her dark eyes scanning the endless, cosmic expanse. The ship's interior hummed with a soft, rhythmic energy that spoke of advanced technology and human engineering. Suddenly, the ship's sensors detected an unusual energy signature. Something was approaching. Something definitely not human. Siak, the first officer, quickly initiated the standard alert protocols. Red warning lights began to pulse gently across the bridge's control panels. "Captain," Siak called out, his voice calm but alert. "We have an unidentified vessel approaching from the starboard side. Configuration doesn't match any known human or recorded alien design." J. Park moved closer to the holographic display, her fingers tracing the incoming object's trajectory. The alien ship was unlike anything humanity had encountered before. A strange, crystalline structure that seemed to shimmer and shift even as it moved through space. The communication systems crackled. An alien transmission began to pulse through the ship's advanced translation algorithms. Most human crews would have been confused or intimidated, but not this one. The RSS Horizon's crew had been trained for unexpected encounters. "Unidentified human vessel," the transmission came through. "You have entered restricted galactic space. State your purpose and technological clearance immediately." J. Park allowed herself a small smile. The alien's tone was clearly meant to be intimidating, but it came across as almost comically bureaucratic. She knew what they expected. A frightened response, perhaps a scrambled attempt to explain or apologize. Instead, she responded with calculated precision. "This is Captain J. Park of the RSS Horizon, representing Human Exploration Initiatives. We are conducting a standard reconnaissance mission in accordance with interstellar exploration protocols. Our presence here is peaceful and scientifically motivated." The response from the alien vessel took several moments. The crew could almost imagine the confusion happening on the other side of this cosmic conversation. Yoon, the ship's primary engineer, whispered to Siak, "They're trying to scan our systems. Watch how our adaptive shields respond." Indeed, the RSS Horizon's technological defenses were unlike anything the alien vessel had encountered. As they attempted to probe the human ship's systems, the shields flickered, not in weakness but in a complex dance of technological sophistication that effectively blocked any unauthorized access. The alien ship hung motionless, seemingly processing this unexpected resistance. Humans were not supposed to be this advanced. They were supposed to be a young species, primitive, barely understanding the complexities of interstellar travel. But the RSS Horizon was a testament to human innovation. Every system, every component had been designed with multiple layers of protection and adaptability. The ship could reconfigure its entire defensive matrix in milliseconds, a capability that most known galactic civilizations would consider impossible. Captain Park watched the alien vessel with a mixture of professional curiosity and calm determination. Her crew remained perfectly composed, each member ready to respond to any potential scenario. They had trained for years for moments exactly like this. First contact with an unknown civilization. The alien transmission came through again, this time with a hint of uncertainty. "Human vessel, your technological signature does not correlate with our existing databases. Explain your capabilities." J. Park exchanged a brief glance with Siak. They both understood what was happening. The aliens were trying to categorize, to understand, to fit humanity into some predetermined box of technological development. But humanity had always been about defying expectations. "Our capabilities," she responded, "are the result of human innovation, adaptability, and collective, scientific progress. We do not seek conflict, we seek understanding." The bridge of the RSS Horizon remained calm. Outside, the alien vessel continued its silent observation, processing this unexpected encounter with a species that was definitely not what they had anticipated. In the vast, silent theater of space, a new chapter of galactic interaction was about to unfold, and humanity was ready. The alien vessel maintained its position, a massive crystalline structure that seemed to pulse with an internal, otherworldly light. On the bridge of the RSS Horizon, tension hung in the air like a thin, invisible mist. Captain J. Park watched the holographic displays, her fingers lightly tapping against her command chair's armrest. Siak broke the silence. "They're preparing another transmission," he announced, his voice steady and professional. The communication system hummed to life. The alien language translated slowly, each word carefully processed through sophisticated linguistic algorithms. "Unidentified human vessel, you will prepare for detailed inspection. Your technological claims require immediate verification." Juan, the ship's communications specialist, chuckled softly. The aliens clearly didn't understand who they were dealing with. Captain Park leaned forward. "We respectfully decline," she responded, her tone measured and calm. "The RSS Horizon is on a peaceful scientific mission. We do not submit to unwarranted inspections." The response from the alien vessel was immediate and predictably aggressive. Massive energy signatures began to build around their ship, a clear threat display meant to intimidate lesser species. But humans were not a species easily intimidated. Yoon, the engineering specialist, was already monitoring the developing situation. Her fingers danced across multiple holographic interfaces, tracking every minute energy fluctuation. "Their weapon systems are charging," she reported, "but they're using old-generation quantum pulse technology. Our shields can handle this easily." The alien vessel began to emit a complex series of energy pulses, a scanning technique designed to break through defensive systems. Most known civilizations would have been immediately vulnerable. The RSS Horizon, however, was anything but vulnerable. Phew! Ship's adaptive shields flickered with a beautiful, intricate pattern. Each alien scan was immediately absorbed, reflected, and transformed. It was like watching a sophisticated dance of technological capabilities. "They're trying to hack our systems," Siak observed, a hint of amusement in his voice. Captain Park allowed herself a small smile. "Let them try." The alien transmission came through again, this time with a clear note of frustration. "Explain your defensive capabilities immediately. Your technological signature does not match existing galactic records." Juan translated the Yao message, then looked up at the captain. The unspoken message was clear. The aliens were confused and becoming increasingly agitated. "Standard response," Captain Park instructed. "Emphasize peaceful intentions, but do not reveal specific technological details." The RSS Horizon continued to maintain its position, a beacon of calm in the midst of potential conflict. The alien vessel circled them, like a predator trying to understand an unexpected prey. Suddenly, the alien ship's energy signatures changed. They were preparing something, perhaps a more aggressive scanning technique or a potential weapons system. "Defensive posture," Captain Park commanded. The entire bridge shifted, every crew member moving with practiced precision. Yoon's voice cut through the tension. "Their scanning technology is impressive but fundamentally flawed. They're using a quantum entanglement method that's at least 2 generations behind our current systems." The alien vessel fired a preliminary energy pulse, a test of the human ship's defenses. The pulse struck the RSS Horizon's shields and simply dissolved. It was like watching water disappear against a perfectly smooth surface. On the alien vessel, confusion must have been mounting. Here was a human ship, supposedly a young, primitive species, completely neutralizing their most advanced scanning and potential attack technologies. "They're recalibrating," Siak reported, "preparing another approach." Captain Park nodded. This was becoming less about direct conflict and more about a complex technological chess match, and humanity was extremely good at chess. The bridge crew waited, calm and collected. Outside, the alien vessel continued its complex dance of scanning and probing, each attempt more futile than the last. In the vast, silent theater of space, a message was being sent. Humanity was not what these aliens expected. Not at all. The alien vessel hung motionless, its crystalline structure now seemingly confused by the human ship's capabilities. On the RSS Horizon's bridge, Captain J. Park made a decisive decision. It was time to show exactly what human technology could do. Activate comprehensive projection system, she commanded. Yoon's fingers moved across the holographic interface. Suddenly, the space around the RSS horizon transformed into a dynamic museum of human technological achievement. Holographic displays materialized, showing humanity's most remarkable scientific breakthroughs. Images of early spacecraft flickered beside advanced quantum computing models. Medical nanobots danced next to complex climate restoration technologies. Entire planetary reconstruction projects appeared, showing how humans had transformed decimated environments into thriving ecosystems. The alien vessel's scanning systems went completely silent. Siak watched the alien ship's energy signatures. "They're processing," he reported. "Our technological demonstration is completely overwhelming their computational systems." Images of human space exploration played out, from the first lunar landing to massive interstellar colonization projects. Each display showed not just technological achievement, but the human capacity for innovation and adaptation. Quantum computing models showed algorithms that could solve complex mathematical problems in microseconds. Medical holographs demonstrated nanoscale surgical techniques that could repair genetic damage. Agricultural projections revealed how humans had developed crops that could grow in the most extreme planetary conditions. "They're trying to understand," Juan said, translating the confused alien transmissions. "Our technology doesn't fit their existing computational models." A particularly impressive hologram showed how humans had developed atmospheric restoration technologies. Entire planetary ecosystems that had been destroyed were shown recovering, transformed by human scientific intervention. The alien vessel's communication systems began to overheat from the sheer complexity of the information being displayed. It was like showing a child's calculator the inner workings of a supercomputer. Captain Park remained calm. Each projection was carefully selected to show not just technological capability, but the human spirit of innovation. It wasn't just about the technology. It was about what that technology represented. Planetary terraforming projects appeared, showing how humans could transform entire worlds. Complex energy systems demonstrated sustainable power generation that worked in harmony with natural environments. Medical technology showed how human scientists could reverse genetic diseases that were considered permanent by other civilizations. "They're attempting to categorize our technological level," Siak observed. "But our systems are too complex for their existing classification models." The holographic displays continued, a relentless demonstration of human potential. Space exploration technologies showed ships that could navigate complex quantum fields. Medical displays revealed regenerative technologies that could repair cellular damage almost instantaneously. Yoon monitored the alien vessel systems. "Their computational networks are struggling," she reported. "They're trying to process information that completely challenges their understanding of technological development." The displays showed more than just technology. They showed human resilience. Images of cities rebuilt after massive disasters. Scientific breakthroughs achieved under impossible conditions. Technological solutions developed in the most challenging environments. The alien vessel began to drift slightly, its energy signatures fluctuating wildly. It was clear they were experiencing something beyond their comprehension. "Fascinating," Captain Park murmured. "They expected a primitive species. Instead, they're witnessing a civilization that refuses to be limited by existing technological boundaries." Juan continued translating the alien transmissions. Each message became more confused, more desperate to understand what they were witnessing. On the RSS Horizon's bridge, the crew remained calm. This was more than a technological demonstration. This was a statement about human potential. The holographic displays continued their relentless showcase of human achievement. In the vast silence of space, a message was being sent. Humanity was not just another species. They were something entirely unexpected. The alien vessel remained motionless, overwhelmed by the complexity of human innovation. The RSS Horizon's bridge fell into a strange silence after the technological display. Captain J. Park knew that technology was only part of the story. Now it was time to reveal something far more profound: human culture and resilience. "Activate Cultural Archive," she said quietly. Holographic displays began to shift. Instead of technical diagrams, human history began to unfold. The alien vessel's scanning systems locked onto the new information, desperately trying to understand. Images of human struggle appeared, scenes of cities rebuilding after massive disasters, people working together in impossible conditions. Technological innovations born from desperate survival needs. A sequence showed the great climate restoration projects of the 2040s. Entire continents transformed from environmental disaster zones into thriving, sustainable ecosystems. The aliens watched as humans took a dying planet and breathed life back into it. Medical displays revealed stories of human medical breakthroughs, not just the technologies, but the human stories behind them. Researchers working endless hours. Communities supporting scientific endeavors. Individuals sacrificing everything for collective progress. Scenes of human cultural diversity emerged. Thousands of languages, traditions, and ways of life, all somehow working together despite incredible differences. The aliens had never seen a species with such complex internal dynamics that could still function as a unified whole. Space exploration scenes showed something unexpected. It wasn't just about technological achievement, it was about human curiosity. The drive to explore, to understand, to push beyond known boundaries. Suck monitored the alien vessel's systems. "They're trying to process our cultural complexity," he reported. "Their computational models can't handle the nuanced information." Images of human adaptation played out. Communities rebuilding after natural disasters. Scientific teams solving impossible challenges. Children learning in makeshift schools during global conflicts. The holographic display showed human emotional resilience. Not just survival, but the ability to find hope in the most challenging conditions. Communities coming together. Individuals supporting each other against overwhelming odds. Yoon watched the alien vessel's energy signatures. "They're experiencing something beyond pure data," she observed. "They're witnessing a species defined by more than just technological capability." Scenes of human artistic achievements appeared. Music that captured complex emotions. Art that told stories of survival and hope. Scientific achievements intertwined with creative expression. The Cultural Archive revealed humanity's most profound characteristic: adaptability. Humans didn't just survive, they transformed challenges into opportunities. Every setback became a chance for innovation. Medical displays showed human organ regeneration technologies, but they also showed the human stories behind those technologies. Researchers driven by personal experiences of loss. Communities supporting scientific innovation. "They're beginning to understand," Juan translated from the alien communications. "This is not just a technological species. This is something entirely different." Space exploration scenes demonstrated human collaborative spirit. International teams working together. Scientific achievements that transcended political boundaries. A species united by curiosity and collective progress. Captain Park watched the displays, her expression calm but determined. This was humanity's true strength. Not just technology, but the spirit behind that technology. The alien vessel's systems continued processing. Each new image challenged their existing understanding. Humans were not just another species to be categorized. They were something unique. Scenes of planetary restoration showed how humans could transform entire ecosystems, not through force but through understanding. Careful scientific intervention combined with deep ecological respect. "They're experiencing cultural shock," Seok reported. The alien vessel's energy signatures were fluctuating wildly, struggling to process the complex information. The displays continued. Stories of human resilience, communities rebuilding, scientific teams solving impossible challenges, a species defined by hope, creativity, and an unbreakable spirit of collective progress. In the vast silence of space, the RSS Horizon told humanity's story, not just through technology, but through the complex, beautiful spirit of a species that refused to be limited by existing boundaries. The alien vessel remained motionless, overwhelmed by the complexity of human potential. The silence between the RSS horizon and the alien vessel stretched like an invisible bridge of understanding. Captain J. Park knew this moment would define humanity's first true galactic interaction. The alien transmission came slowly, each word carefully constructed. "We request direct communication protocol," the message translated. Juan looked up. "They're asking for a formal diplomatic exchange." Siak monitored the ship's systems. The alien vessel's energy signatures had completely changed, no longer aggressive, but curious and almost respectful. "Prepare diplomatic communication interface," Captain Park instructed. The holographic displays shifted. Instead of technological or cultural demonstrations, a clean, professional communication platform emerged. Humanity would meet this moment with dignity and clarity. The alien representative appeared, a strange crystalline being with multiple light-based communication nodes. Its form suggested intelligence far beyond traditional biological understanding. "We have reviewed your technological and cultural archives," the alien representative began. "Your species challenges our existing galactic classification systems." Captain Park remained calm. "We come in peace. Our intention is exploration and mutual understanding." The diplomatic exchange continued. The aliens were trying to understand how a species could develop such complex technological and cultural capabilities in such a short evolutionary time frame. Yoon monitored the communication protocols. The aliens were running multiple computational analyses attempting to categorize humanity's potential. "Your species demonstrates unprecedented adaptive capabilities," the alien representative stated. "You transform challenges into opportunities with remarkable efficiency." The RSS Horizon's crew listened carefully. This was more than a first contact scenario. This was humanity's introduction to the broader galactic community. Images of human, collaborative achievements continued to play subtly in the background. Scientific breakthroughs, environmental restoration, space exploration initiatives. Each display reinforced humanity's potential. The alien representatives' communication nodes pulsed with complex rhythms. They were processing information at speeds that would overwhelm most known civilizations. "We propose a preliminary diplomatic agreement," the alien finally stated. "Your species demonstrates capabilities that warrant formal galactic recognition." Siak raised an eyebrow. This was happening faster than anyone had anticipated. Captain Park responded carefully. "We accept the invitation to diplomatic dialogue. Our goal is peaceful cooperation and mutual understanding." The alien vessel's energy signatures began to change. What had started as a potential conflict was transforming into a diplomatic opportunity. Juan translated the ongoing communication. The aliens were proposing initial cultural and technological exchange programs. They wanted to understand how humans had developed such unique capabilities. "Your evolutionary path is extraordinary," the alien representative continued. "You combine technological innovation with profound cultural adaptability." The RSS Horizon's crew remained professional. This was humanity's moment, not to boast, but to represent their species with dignity and openness. The diplomatic interface showed multiple potential collaboration zones. Scientific research, technological innovation, cultural exchange programs. The possibilities seemed endless. "We recognize humanity's potential as a significant galactic civilization," the alien representative finally declared. The words carried weight, an official acknowledgement that would reshape humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. Captain Park's response was measured. "We appreciate the opportunity for mutual understanding and collaboration." The communication interface began to stabilize. What had started as a potential conflict was becoming something entirely unexpected, a bridge between civilizations. Yoon whispered to Seok, "They really didn't see us coming." The alien vessel's energy signatures began to pulse in what seemed like a gesture of respect. Humanity had not conquered through military might, but through innovation, resilience, and an unbreakable spirit of exploration. As the diplomatic communication continued, one thing became clear. Humanity was no longer just an emerging species. They were now a recognized participant in the broader galactic community.